Would you pay Dak Prescott $60 million a year? While you hit the like button and get in the link to get the Monty Show merch, because everybody asked us for merch, sweatshirts, T-shirts, the beanie.
Gas.
Dude, the beanie is gas. Monty Show merch link in the description below. Hit the like button. Would you pay Dak Prescott $60 million a year? I think this is a fascinating discussion because what choice do you have? And I know every Dallas Cowboy fan's like, hey, Monty, he sucks. Okay, if not Dak, then who? And I'm serious about this. If we're going to play the Dak Prescott sucks card, and I know Cowboy fans love to play that. Monty, he's not a big game quarterback. Okay, then who? Then who? Who are you going to go and get? Well, we'll get Patty Mahomes. Yeah, I don't think he's available. You don't have access to a quarterback that is better than Dak Prescott. Now, do you want to pay Dak $60 million? I don't either. But you're not going to find a better replacement. Now, if you want to make the argument, hey, I'm not paying a quarterback $60 million because we're going to lose depth and we're not going to win, I'm here for that. Let's make salad out of that thing because I would agree with you. I don't think a quarterback is worth $60 million, not on a roster where you already don't win and you're already struggling, because when you pay that quarterback $60 million, you're going to struggle for depth. But there's one thing that Dallas Cowboy fans better get through your heads. Dak Prescott is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and it's not a matter of if Dak wins the Super Bowl. I believe it's more a matter of where will he be when he wins the Super Bowl. Because I think Jera's going to Jera. I would also remind you he's out of franchise tagging options. You're going to pay him or he's going to walk. And I think there's a very good chance Jerry Jones is going to pay Dak Prescott. But Jake, would you pay him $60 million?
Yeah, I mean, I would, because of everything you just said, right? I mean, there's not a better replacement. There's not another option. And Dak's not going to take less. And look, I'm not the guy that's going to sit here and blame these guys for not taking less. I was always a big proponent of when Tom Brady first rolled out the, hey, I'm going to take less because I want to win factor and strategy. I'm a big fan of that. But Dak's got to be willing to do that. So would I pay him? Yeah. Do I want to pay him? No, not really. No. I think that this guy is someone who can get you to the playoffs, but is just, for whatever reason, not able to get over the hump. And I'm not saying it's all on Dak, but my God, if you're going to be paying someone $60 million, there's going to be a little bit more of it on you, Dak. There's more responsibility at that point. So, yeah, I probably would pay him. Yeah, I probably would. I would do it with resentment. I would do it reluctantly.
I would do it with resentment.
Yeah, I would. I would
do it.
Yeah,
with
I would.
resentment.
You look around the NFC and I sit here and I say, hey, dude, you lost to Jordan Love. And,
right, but
and this is where we always disagree. You want to say it's the defense. You want to say it's not all on Dak. It's not all on Dak.
It was CeeDee Lamb.
Okay, cool. It doesn't almost matter who it's on when you're paying dude $60 million.
I agree.
Bro.
If you pay Dak Prescott $60 million, he better be the goddamn reason that you win. But don't you need to add Saquon Barkley? I thought a phenomenal point from Mike Florio at ProFootballTalk.com yesterday. When we're talking about spending money on that roster, are you telling me that there is a better fit in free agency or the trade market than Saquon Barkley for the Dallas Cowboys? Man, what you looking at on your phone?
I'm looking at a certain individual who might or might not be a TCU fan asking me about some membership issues. So I was just viewing his request.
We have membership issues?
Yeah, apparently Mo's membership expired.
Well, we got fixed it.
Yeah,
we'll take care of it.
He goes, this is why I love, not to get sidetracked, this is why I love certain individuals on the show. Because I'm the guy that handles membership on the show. So some people be like, hey, Monty.
Hey, Monty.
Hey, Monty. Hey, man, my membership expired. Do I still have to pay to be in the group? And then there's guys like Mo who's like, he's like, what the F, man? My membership expired. How did this happen? I deserve to be in the group. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I want you in the group. Like, I don't know how it happened, dude. Like, I don't know what you want me to say, dude. Just renew it. Like,
yeah.
What do you want me to do, bro?
Is there? You would not be surprised how many people are like, I don't understand what happened to my membership. Why did my membership expire? Well, because it's called business. I don't know. I ask YouTube. Anyway, Saquon Barkley's a great fit for them.
Yeah, they haven't been the same team since that prime Zeke year where they had the offensive line and they were just road grading teams. And I don't know what ails the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know why you can't, like, the Packer loss is the loss that it's unforgivable. It's unacceptable. It is everything you can't be as a Dallas Cowboy. Like, they should have won that game by 10 points. And you wind up losing by whatever that margin was. A lot. I don't know how that happens. I don't know how you explain that. So if you're Jerry Jones, you're sitting up in your office putting way too much salt on your McGriddle.
You're in your feelings.
You're sitting here being like, dude, I'm the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not rebuilding this thing, but I'm also not winning Super Bowls. I am in the worst spot you can be in sports.
Yeah.
I'm very good. I'm playoff good, but I'm not good enough to win a championship or even compete for a championship. That's the problem. So yeah, if you're Jerry Jones, yeah, at your advanced age with not, a lot of years left, yeah, I'd probably pay him.
I think you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice. But I think you have to also go and supplement a guy like a Saquon Barkley. Yeah. I think you have to add that. I don't know how you don't. Delaric says if you do $60 million, only 2 years guaranteed on a 5-year deal, he's never going to go for that. Because he knows you have no recourse.
Okay.
Because you can't tag him.
What did Lamar Jackson get?
Too much money.
This is a very simple conversation if you're Dak Prescott. Oh, Lamar Jackson got, I believe it was 4 years, fully guaranteed.
I don't know how do you, how?
By the way, screw Lamar Jackson. Hey, Deshaun Watson got all that money fully guaranteed. I want nothing less. Nothing less.
Yeah, I don't know how you see
what I mean?
He got $260 million with an out after 2027. He got $208 million guaranteed on a 4-year deal.
Yeah.
And man, after the 2026 season, they'd have $35.1 million dead.
Okay, so that's Lamar's deal. Now let's look at Deshaun's deal. Because this is what Dak's representatives are going to do. They're going to say, hey, MVP in Lamar, 2-time MVP in Lamar now has this money. He is not that much better than what Dak is. It's not on Dak that we didn't get to the NFC Championship game.
Dak's a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson.
And everybody agrees with that.
Do you guys understand the money? Man, why did you have to bring this up?
This is my point.
Lamar Jackson in 2026 is going to make $51.25 million in base.
He's making 51 in base. And you're telling me that there's hesitation to pay Dak 60? By the way, they've got to win, bro,
right now.
By the way,
jeez.
The concept and conversation around, hey, I got to quote reset the market for my future guys is absolutely at play if you're Dak Prescott. Don't tell me that Dak Prescott is not like, hey, I have the opportunity to go out and set a new baseline, because what's going to happen? Dak's going to get 60, Patty's going to get 70, and whoever the next MVP is, your boy, Justin Herbert, because I think that time's coming. If it all works out, guys like Justin Herbert are next.
Totally agree.
And by the way, if Joe Burrow would stay healthy, he might be next too.
RJ Seaman, I need some commentary on the show schedule, boys. Can't let it go. I'm that guy. We do mornings. There's your commentary.
Yeah, what's the issue?
We have a project in the afternoon that presented itself in an opportunity, and we could not take it. Could not take it. Couldn't pass on it.
Can't skip it.
You're not going to pass on it. We're doing mornings. I know a lot of people are not. A lot of our afternoon guys are like, I can't believe you're doing mornings, bro.
And do you really think that? Quick sidebar. Do you really think that we would rather start the show with 40 people watching than 1,500? No,
we're rebuilding. It is what it is.
It just is what it is.
Drew does her. Monty, if you and the old lady, honey, are still in the market for an EV, we have $7,500 off, and that's the minimum discount. If I knew how to DM on YouTube, I'd hit you up. Hit me on Instagram.
Yeah, dude. Monty Show. Hey, Monty.
Monty, the Monty Show.
Yeah, DM.
We are absolutely in the market.
Where you at? What dealership?
If she's not, what do you sell? Tell me.
Where are you?
I forgot. Tell me where you are. Tell me what you do. Phenomenal Hebrew. Anyone who drafts Penix or Michael Pratt, you have a plug-and-play quarterback the first year. Michael Penix, see, Hebrew?
Yeah, another conversation.
This is why we value you. I agree on Michael Penix. I think Michael Penix is that guy you can just throw him the football and he'll be like, cool, man. And he'll jog out there, he'll lead the huddle, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
He is supposedly a voracious viewer of tape. He is a preparation master, apparently.
If Dak Prescott is going to get 60, what's Brock Purdy getting?
Jeez.
Who's
already been to He's been in the Heights.
Super Bowl.
He's
won. Been further than Dak.
Yeah,
now he hasn't won. He hasn't won. But very clearly, especially this past year, this past Super Bowl, he was not the reason you lost the game.
Well, and Brandon Butler makes a really good point. If I'm Jera, I would pry Josh Jacobs from the Raiders.
There's that.
Had an underwhelming season last year, but
you do need a running back. There's no question. You cannot just continue to lean on
Saquon Barkley's that dude. I mean, I think Saquon Barkley is the absolute perfect fit.
And by the way, he'd be one of those signings that if you sign him and he gets hurt, that's not on you. Like it's a
Brandon.
It's a win-win.
I think you're exactly right. I thought being the Dallas QB was a pay raise in itself, so taking less wasn't a big deal. Said no Dallas QB ever.
Yeah.
RJC man, how do you know if membership is current? See this S is you problem. Fix that. Well, because you're current because you have a logo next to your name.
Yeah.
Is Boss Frog really expired? I'd be surprised by that. I'd be really surprised. I guess he is, yeah. Or was. I'd be surprised by that. San Diego State, where will he be when he wins the Super Bowl? Oh, spicy. How good will Jim Harbaugh make the LA Chargers?
Very good.
I think he makes Justin Herbert a much better quarterback.
I think if they're ever in a game to win the division with the Chiefs, I think that the way they win that game is because they're going to be a tougher team.
Well,
that's what I think.
I also think, and I took a lot of heat from Charger fans when I said this, but there's no bigger fan of Justin Herbert than mine. I think you guys know
you've been
that.
Evangelizing for years.
He needs to improve.
Yeah.
He is a step and throw quarterback, and that doesn't work in the NFL, and his mechanics could certainly be better.
Yeah.
His reading and his ability to read a defense pre-snap and post-snap, because, and you guys don't probably give a rat's ass about this, your pre-snap read is not your post-snap read, because they're showing you one thing pre-snap and doing another post-snap. And in my opinion, they've got to upgrade the running back spot in Los Angeles with the Chargers, and you've got to get him an offensive line that can keep him upright.
Yeah, no question.
And I think if you do those two things and he improves his mechanics, he's going to be far better. Wasikowski. I'm starting to think Goff is on the cheap if Detroit re-signs him. The problem with Jared Goff is I think he's good. He's not great.
Yeah.
And he's not the guy that you can heap the entire team on his back and he'll take you there. He's always going to take the conservative read.
But here's the problem for Detroit in terms of money. Again, if Dak gets 60, Goff, even a guy like Jared Goff, has the ability to say, hey, I'm 35 plus at least.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Jared Goff is going to want to try to eclipse 40.
Oh, I think that's absolutely the truth.
Which used to be, you remember 40 was Tom Brady time, right? I remember talking about, hey, should you pay Tom Brady 40 a year?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yes.
So, I just think the market's going to continue to go up, and we see it in baseball. The difference is in baseball, there's just so much more money spent.
Yeah, but I think, Eric, to your point on the Lions, you've got to get better on the back end. You cannot continue to give up these big plays in big moments. You cannot continue to have a talent like Aiden Hutchinson in that linebacker core and then just get your ass beat down the middle of the field.
Yeah.
You're giving up these big plays behind the linebacker. And I don't know, is that schematics? I don't think it is. I think their scheme's solid. I just think that when you have those DBs turning and running, because they know they're not quick enough to stay with the very best. You miss Slay. I don't think there's any doubt about that. You've got to get better on the back end of that defense. It is to me what is imperative in Detroit. Jared Goff is not certainly going to carry you, but he's not going to kill you.
Right.
So that's my opinion. Chad Carter, good morning. Smash the like button, you peons. Stay hard.
Stay hard.
Exactly right. Hit the like button. Appreciate it. Dakota, don't pay Dak. The experiment clearly isn't working since we're always having the same conversation. Ding. Excellent point. What's the one constant on the field? Dak's the constant. Dak's the problem. But I also think they spend money in weird places. They spend money on guys who don't stay healthy. You'll keep a Leighton Vander Esch, but you're going to cut a Randy Gregory.
And then you're going to hesitate to pay Zach Martin.
And you force Zach Martin to hold out. And you don't. I think the Zeke thing was a huge mistake. I think letting Zeke go was a mistake.
Well, I think,
and he wanted to be there,
but then also you held on to him too long. Like, so
at
with
that number,
Zeke, you needed to either move from him or figure it out.
You can't pay him what you paid him. You pay the quarterback. You don't pay the running back. It's why the Giants. It's why the Raiders, to Brandon Butler's point with Jacobs, they handled that well. You're getting outmaneuvered by the fucking Raiders, bro.
Yeah,
like that's to the point where Jarrett is. You're paying Zeke. And you suffered for it because then he walked away because you wouldn't repay him and give him a raise.
Yeah.
You should have paid him a better number. It's all these decisions, dude. They, in my opinion, they all add up. Drew Dozer says Monty, Valley Ford of Columbus. Well, hit me up, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Hit me up, man. OG Gary, phenomenal Hebrew Carr has got to go, or maybe trade him for a pick in a later round. Well, Derek Carr
just hasn't worked.
Derek Carr's probably a number 2.
Derek Carr needs to go to Minnesota when Kirk Cousins leaves.
Yeah. Whatever. Sean Mirzinski, hello. Only thing that concerns me about Penix is the age. That's it. Well, in the injury history. San Diego State, Glenn, Saquon Barkley is a better fit for Dallas than Josh Jacobs. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. No doubt about it. Brandon Barkley's going to cost more than Jacobs and is more injury prone. Well, and significant injuries. But what am I saying is logical. But what I am saying is logical, and that's not the way the Cowboys work. No, that's not the Cowboy way.
Problem.
I agree with that.
Dakota's point, I to piggyback on that, I think the constant is Jerry. It just, there's no getting away from it. I mean, you've been the owner for decades now, and you just haven't found a way to win. And I think there's a big part of that is the draft. And obviously, you've got some boys here that you drafted, but there was also some boys you missed. And I think that's the thing that Cowboy fans, I think, don't want to talk about as much, is that, yeah, sure, you got Dak, and that's largely he's been a success. Obviously, franchise guy, MVP candidate every year, can really play the game, but you don't know how to build a winning formula. The fact that the Chiefs continue to win Super Bowls in this league with Patrick Mahomes and a slew of mid-casual guys is crazy to me. And they do that because they have better coaching than you. They have more belief. They've got a better system. Like, that's how they do that.
Okay.